Hey, this is Gene. Decent game from the players, especially Mason Mount. Mason Mount got us started. I thought that Sunderland actually started well against us. We couldn't control the midfield. They were doing well. They had a shot on goal, or almost. The guy missed it, and they said it was offside. And I still don't see, after the replays, I didn't see who was offside there. So if he puts it in there, we're down 1-0 early in the game. But Mount took that ball in and just did what he had to do and made the goal. And I said in my preview that this guy doesn't always score, but sometimes he does. And he's a very important valuable player. And he showed what Cunha is supposed to play in that position. And we saw when Cunha came on, he still looked like a more offensive threat, but he didn't get back. For the first time, he didn't get back, and Rumen was yelling at him on the sidelines. But they continually do the same thing. Ahmad did okay, first half especially, but when we actually had our tails up at the end of that game, and Mbumbo put the ball to the wrong place instead of putting it to Ahmad, and if Ahmad would have got it there, if he'd hit it right there to Cunha, it would have been a tap-in. But these players still have the same issues. They want to drive instead of passing the ball. And I'm yelling the last 20 minutes of that game, just pass the fucking ball. When we go forward, we need to pass the ball, and we're still not doing it. We were better than we did against Brentford, okay? But that might be because Cunha didn't play the entire game. Mason Mount is clearly the man of the match. It's not even close. And I thought Bruno actually played very well today. He should have scored. It was a great save by their goalkeeper, just a great save. And clearly he was the best player on that team today. But they had chances, and they got behind their defense a couple times. And Lemons made a really good save at the end of the game. If they definitely could have scored there and it 2-1 with still 4 or 5 minutes left. So you take the win, of course. Excuse me. And we deserved the game. We should have won, probably got 4 goals in that game. But now we go to the international break. We'll see what happens when we come and play Liverpool. If Liverpool loses today, it'll be interesting because they would have lost, 3 or 4 in a row. I'm not sure they're going to lose today because Chelsea has some injuries, but we'll see. So that comes up pretty quick here. But let me go through the team lineup and what my ratings are for the game. Lemons, I'll give him a 7. He had the one shot that he did. He does put the ball down. He hits the ball further than any of our other goalkeepers are, and it puts a lot of panic on the other team. Now, I don't like going past the midfield all the time. I wish we could control in the midfield. We didn't have any of that. We had a little bit sometimes when Kobe had it. But Kobe had the ball, and he did the whole nice. He got himself in a good position, and then he lost the ball. And I'm just yelling, just pass the fucking ball now. Anyway, if we get to that last part, if we just could learn how to pass the ball, we're going to have so many open goals or tap-ins. It's all there. And I'm sure they probably, in training, they do this. So I give Lamans a 7. Great control with the ball, hit the ball deep down. It was just a more solid, dependable goalkeeper, and hopefully this guy is going to be here for 10 years. I hope that's what it's going to be. But he did save it at the end of the game, and that's very important when you're not really given any shots against us the entire game, and he comes up with that. That's like Van der Sar would do, David De Gea would do. That's how those type of players were. They never would have the ball coming after him the entire game, and then he would make a good save at the end of the game, and he did that. It was right at him, but he made the save. Euro 6.5. He lost the ball a couple times, but still having the pace back there is very important. A little bit better than average. Delict a 7. A good overall game as well. Shaw 6.5. He didn't do anything wrong. Of course, they couldn't do anything to us really. We pretty much allowed them to have the ball, but they didn't do anything with it. You can't do that for every team in the league, but I think the 2-0 flat scoreline is probably correct because they could have got a goal or two and we could have got 4. but we were clearly the better team. But this is a team that just came up from the championship. So, and 2 of our wins against teams that have been promoted. So you can't. This is what we did last year too. So we have to make sure that we actually teams that are. We beat Chelsea, okay, but we have to beat teams consistently that are top 10. So what I say, I had okay. So basically, everybody in the back 4, when you can conclude they all were 6. Delo was a 5 for me, almost a 4. Lost the ball many times. It was nice when he came out. I think we played a hell of a lot better when he was gone. We were still up 2-0 with him in the game, but he wasn't. It wasn't good for him. That was not a good game for him. Ahmad, the first half 7, second half 6, so 6.5. Probably should have had a goal, maybe. If we gave the ball a bit more to him earlier and allow him to get to positions where he could cross it, I think it would be a better team. We both are. He likes to do this. He likes to go into cul-de-sacs. I say this all the time on this channel. They like to do this stuff, and they run into places where they lose the evidence to get the goal, get the shot on the goal. But still a good overall game, and he actually defended well, and I'll give him credit for that. Casemiro, he was just not there really, and a couple times he had the ball, he lost it, and he was trying to do passes. So I'll give him a 5. Bruno right around a 7. I think he played really, really well. Should have got a goal. It was a great save. That's unfortunate for him, but saved it and put it on the crossbar or just a great save by their goalkeeper. But overall, he played really, really well. That's what I expect from him. He didn't go lacking, or he didn't go like he wasn't around. Whereas Casemiro kind of did. That first half, we didn't get the ball to the midfield at all. We just kept going over the top of it. And I want to get past that. I want to get a real midfielder that can hold on to the ball there. Brian, a 6.5, had a good shot. Had another chance to do stuff. He didn't pass the ball when guys were open. When he gave the ball to Cunha, he had Ahmad wide open. And I think if he puts it there, and if Ahmad hits it first time, I think it's a tap in. But 6.5 for him. Sesko a 7.5. Between him and Mount for player of the game, the only thing you might say Sesko could win it is because he played the entire game. And he was a threat, and he was always on top of their players. And when the ball came to him, they were trying to worry about him getting the ball, and the ball would go over him, and all of a sudden the other players had it. So that's the important thing of having him in the game. That's what Xerxes can also do as a replacement for him. So it's between him and Mount for man of the match, in my mind. Mount, we already talked about Mount 7.5. Or did I say, 7.5, almost an 8. Okay, I think that's everybody. Deload, everybody. Yeah, that's everybody. There was the substitutions. Kobe 6.5, Cunha 6, Dorgu 7. I thought he played really well, and I think that was nice for him to come on at that point in the game. I think what Ruben saw, what I saw, is that when we got the ball on that side, that there was a lot of good opportunities here to get a goal, and it seemed like Delo couldn't make the right pass. So they brought in Dorgu, and Dorgu did well. There were 3 or 4 problems in the game that they could have scored from, but other than that, we totally dominated the game and deserved to win. But again, it's still Sunderland, and their only hope is that they get the 40 points. So we got 10 points. We really should probably be around 15, which is really, when you really think about it, we should be around 13 to 15 after 7 games. The Fulham game and the Brentford game, that's 5 points that we dropped, and those are games we could have won. So anyway, but again, we have to look at it. We just say we've won 3 at home, 3 in a row at home. But you have to understand who we actually beat at home. Other than the Chelsea win, we're talking about beating teams that were in the championship last year. So we have to do better. You know, the best thing we can do now is go in and beat Liverpool. If we can do that, that would be great. I'm not sure that we'll do that, especially if Liverpool loses and they go away for 2 weeks. It might be difficult for them not to do something to us. But I'll just say at this point, should I give it to Sesko? No, I'm going to give it to Mount, because Mount actually started us on the way. And I think without him giving that goal early in the game, and I said that in my preview, we have to score first, that it changes the game. Because at that point, it was 50-50 game. It really was. And after that, even though they had their chances, we just looked like we could probably score every time we had the ball if we just made the right pass. So I'm going to go and watch Liverpool a little bit, watch a little bit of college football. And the big game tonight is Miami against Florida State. After last week when Florida State lost and also we lost, hopefully that will have winning it early in the game or this morning, that it'll give us an omen for tonight. Anyway, overall as a team, I think around a 6.5 to a 7. And Ruben, you got to give him a 7 because he went ahead and he made them to chances. He bring him out, and I think that really helped us. He clearly is made for that position, and Cunha hasn't. He can hold on the ball, and he has the ability to travel it into the final third, and that's very important. But he has to do both sides of the game, where Mount can do all that. And I think it was smart that he took out Mount so he didn't get injured, because I thought he was kind of like touching his calf when he got to about 65 minutes. He was sitting there, and they went off, the camera went off of him, and he looked like he was flowing that. And I think that's probably why they pulled him off. And now he has 2 weeks to come back to win. So we'll see what happens. And obviously the next game is the big game, always the biggest game, us against Liverpool. And we'll see what happens to Liverpool today. I mean, personally, I would be nice if Chelsea just got a draw there. It'll give Liverpool like, oh, we didn't get blown out or getting beat. But if they lose, it's going to be very difficult for us to go into Anfield in a couple weeks and win that game. I don't think that they will allow that to happen. But if they think that they've done something, that maybe we'll catch them. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think it was a deserved victory? What do you think about Ruben? Do you think that this is a man that could actually win? I mean, the systems didn't do it right. We deserve to win that game regardless. I guess it is Sunderland, so that's what we have to understand. You guys have a good day, and we'll talk to you guys later.